Let's talk about branding and marketing for your interior design business. I'm sure when you're first getting started, you're feeling very overwhelmed with all the decisions and choices and things that you need to get set up in your business. But at the end of the day, we have one common goal. We all want to get clients. We want people to come to our website seeking interior design services and to hire us and pay us what we're worth, right? So a lot of people are hearing from maybe their friends and family or other designers in the community that they maybe need to invest a lot of money on your graphic design. So your logos, your color, just your overall branding for your business, right? And while I do think that branding is very important for businesses to set themselves apart and of course look very professional and legitimate, I don't think you need to invest a lot of money up front when you're getting started. So I'm going to speak from personal experience here, as I always do. And when I first got started, I drew my own logo in Canva, maybe spent no more than 20 minutes doing it. And also when I just picked my business name, I named it after myself, Winland Designs, that's my last name, kept it simple, didn't want to overthink it. I know it seems like these are really big decisions and this is a brand you're creating for yourself, and yes, that's definitely true. You also need to remember your clients probably don't really give a shit what your business is called, what colors you're using, and what, your logo really looks like. Overall, yes, you want to look professional, okay? But they don't care what your logo looks like. They don't care that you dropped $10,000 on, a graphic designer and a branding professional to do your website and all these things. What they care about is your portfolio. What does your work look like? Does that speak to them? Is that the style they're looking for? And ultimately, you as a human being and the design professional, do they vibe with you? On that discovery call, did they like what you had to say, right? So your portfolio, I feel, is really the big motivator as to why someone is going to decide to work with you. Maybe not so much your logo and your colors on your website. So I say this because not to dog graphic design and branding, I think that's incredibly valuable. But really just this goes back to the question of, do I need to invest money up front to get clients? And I don't think you do. I spent $0. I kept my logo that I created myself for a good maybe year and a half until then I upgraded and, had a professional logo created for myself when I had the money and I had the projects and had the money to invest. But up front, again, you don't necessarily have to do that to be successful. So maybe spend some time creating a portfolio, whether that's projects from your own home, your friends and family, or maybe just some starter projects you worked on. These can even be mood boards, 3D renderings that you created for fun, just to show your style and what it looks like working with you. That is what your client is looking to see. Okay, when they're comparing other designers actively, they want to see your style and the work you've completed. And then once you grow, you'll add more and more, and you can always add onto your website or invest in hiring someone else to help you really put together a professional looking website if you're unable to do that yourself. So I created my logo, I created my website, all of that myself, and I've had hundreds and hundreds of projects over the last few years, and clients to this day always compliment my portfolio. Never once did they compliment my logo or the colors or anything like that. That's not what they care about. So again, to reiterate, branding is great and can be beneficial, but you really also don't want to compare yourself to, let's say, Studio McGee or Joanna Gaines or, Chris Loves Julia, all these really big designers with a huge platform and a voice. They've started somewhere, you got to get to that level, but starting out, it's going to look a little bit different for you. And if you do have thousands of dollars to invest up front, great, do that if that's what you want to do, right? You have every right to start your business the way you want to. But ultimately, I just don't want to see other women getting stuck and holding off on starting their business for little minor things like branding or I don't have a portfolio, okay? No one has a portfolio starting out. You got to start somewhere. So like I said, make a fake project, create some renderings, take some pictures of vignettes in your home on your iPhone if that's what you have. That's how I got started. My first 5 projects I got from pictures I took of my own house on my iPhone because I took the time to just take some really cool and interesting pictures, right? You gotta start somewhere, and that's okay. And you're gonna grow, and eventually one day you can hire a professional photographer to take beautiful images of your work, which yes, I do believe that's important, but not everyone has that luxury starting out, and that's okay, okay? We all come from different backgrounds and different levels, and with different budgets, just like your clients. So to wrap this up, you don't have to spend the money and your branding and your logo and all of that fun stuff if you don't want to. If you do have a little bit of money to spend, a starting point could be something like Fiverr or Upwork. If you haven't heard, they're websites where you can hire subcontractors or individuals who can create any kind of services out there that you could possibly think of. But that's a good place to start if you have a lower budget and want to outsource that to someone. Awesome. You could trade services with someone. For example, my sister-in-law is a graphic designer, so she helps with my logo and a trade of me helping with her baby's nursery design. So just get creative here, depends what your needs are, and you can do whatever you want, but just don't let marketing and branding hold you back from even getting started and from even launching your business. Sure, you want to have something. I'm not saying just have a blank slate and a, basic level website out there. You want to have something that looks professional, but you can do it yourself. Just don't let this hold you back from taking that first big step. You got to start somewhere. You got to start attracting clients, or at least trying, and you can always edit and tweak as you go. And as you're growing and evolving as a designer and your style changes, you are going to change, From 4 years ago, my style has changed immensely from what I thought I would like to have on my website, and I've changed it and updated it over the years, and that's absolutely fine. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight and a little more confidence, not to just feel like, you're comparing yourself to other women and hearing all these different opinions. But I'm here to tell you that you can get started from, investing $0 and still attracting clients and getting a profit, essentially. That's the end goal, is getting clients. So you can definitely do it. I believe in you. You can do whatever you set your mind to. So hopefully this helped you out just a little bit.